Let's move on to the next one, which is Purandar Highlands, and I will invite Rohan Ursal to. I know I was a little lenient to him, so if he can stick to 8 minutes, it will be great.
Namaskar and a very good day to everyone. First of all, I would like to thank the Bombay Chamber of Commerce, Kisan Expo, and also Mr. Lele, who actually considered Purandar Highlands FPC as can be a probable part of this pitch presentations today. So quickly moving to our presentation, Purandar Highlands is a farmer cooperative based in the Pune district in Purandar Taluka. So Purandar Taluka is basically known for the GI tagged anjeer, the figs that are grown here by the smallholder farmers. So when I say smallholder farmers, the land holding in our region is usually half an acre, 1 acre, or max to max 1.5, 2 acres. So this is what the definition of smallholder farmers is. Considering that this is a GI commodity, this has been grown since ages. I mean, it has a good history dating back to from the Peshwa era. So Purandar Highlands, it started its work in 2014 as a proprietary company with a few farmers on board. Initial idea of Purandar Highlands that we wanted to export the fresh figs. The idea came that me along with one of my colleagues, we had visited Fruit Logistica Berlin, which is one of the world's biggest trade fair. And what we saw there is that even the highly perishable fruits can be exported. I mean, they were exported. And I think the second thing what really shook us is that farmers in these trade fairs where they're usually dressed in suits and boots. And I mean, that is the prestige that farmers carry in the international markets. So this is what thought, okay, if this can happen somewhere in the world, then why not in India and why not in Purandar, which is my village. I have my village is there. So we started as an export company. We wanted to export fresh figs. But later on, we came to know that export might be a distant dream. We have to start working on the pre-harvest practices, post-harvest practices, packaging practices, processing, etc., etc. And I think then we realized it's not something that will happen overnight. And we started our work. Into 2021, we officially got as an FPC. The reason behind being an FPC is because we wanted to collaborate together. I wanted to get all the farmers in my village, in and around my village on board. And that's how we became a cooperative in 2021. And one thing I wanted to certainly say that what dream or that what vision we had of exporting the fresh figs in 2014. Finally, in 2021, we became India's first company who could export the fresh figs from India to Germany, later to Rotterdam, to Hong Kong, Malaysia, and now Singapore. So till now, we have been the first company to do these exports. And also in the processing sector, so I have my colleague, Mr. Atul Kadlag here, a very progressive farmer, and he's also studied MSc Microbiology. So along with me, we created India's first ready-to-drink fig juice, which is also now a provisional patent for that. And that juice also won an award at Salon International De-Alimentation, that is the Sial Expo, and we were the only company from India to win a beverage award in Sial till now. And also that credit goes to all my farmers and my colleagues here. So that's how Purandar Highlands has been working for last, I would say almost today is I think 13 years since we have been working. In the meantime, what we have done is we have already, now Taroy is the flagship brand that we are launching from January 2026. Taroy is actually, I was invited by the New Zealand government a few months back on an exchange program. So India and New Zealand, you might be knowing that there is a lot of talks between the free trade agreements going on, but I was part of an agriculture delegation there. And there is a Maori the community that stays there. And in Maori, Taroy means to blend or to give shape to what the nature offers. So what Taroy actually means is that the same principle, what Purandar's, it's rooted to Purandar soil, what we are doing here, obviously, and inspired by the New Zealand spirit. So that's how Taroy is now our flagship brand. So now it's not just figs that we do. We are working in multiple crops, specifically the smallholder farmers, especially like the indigenous guava, the custard apple, jamun, lychee, strawberry, jackfruit. So we have our, existingly, we have our own processing unit and our collection center wherein we do all the collection and the processing out there. So also the India's first dry fig will also be launched in January. So that's again from the GI tag Purandar figs, what we have done. Maybe just a brief profile. I'll just. Okay, I already mentioned about what opportunity was or what the issue was. So I can certainly say that in 2014 when we started, the base price of anjir, the fresh fruit for the farmers was relatively around 30 to 40 rupees per kg. Today I can certainly say that our FPC itself offers a base rate of around 80 to 100 rupees throughout the season to the farmers. It's taken 13 years. I understand it's taken 13 years for us to be there, but the real vision that we own is that figs, being a very highly perishable commodity, a very high nutrition fruit, we think that the actual rate of figs would be around 200 to 300 rupees per kg in the near future, because that's where the smallholder farmers can actually sustain this farm in the current 21st century, wherein the urbanization is catching up everywhere. So that's what our aim is, and that aim translates to the other smallholder farmers also. As I said, we've done vertical integration. A small thing. We always heard that कि एक आदमी के लिए अन्न वस्त्र निवारण ये चीज़ बहुत important रहता है. वैसे we are not an agri-tech company, but we are a company जो किसानों को अच्छा रेट दे सकती है, certainly. Market reach, market information दे सकते हैं, certainly. And to improve their livelihood, certainly. So this is what three core basic factors that we are trying to solve with our farmers in Purandar and also translate to the other smallholder farmers. Market opportunity, obviously I'll share the presentation in detail about how the beverage industry is moving in India. Along with the beverages, as I said, we are working on bread spreads. One category, our beverages, I can say that we do private label also. These private label juices are now exported to UK and also to New Jersey in USA. That's a partnership with our private label partner. And spreads are also used. So there is a Kayani bakery in Pune that has tied up with us for the guava spread, and they've named a cake after us. So we work with the bakers also about our, like an ingredient to their confectionaries. And then we are also one of the first companies to work in the fig paste. So fig paste till now, it's only Turkey or Iran that have excelled in doing fig paste. But today we are one of the few companies, I can certainly say, and only company in Purandar who is doing the fig paste from Indian figs, which can form an ingredient to multiple industries like the fruit bars or nutrition bars, or even an ingredient to the entire confectionery sector out there. Sorry. So as I said, we're not an agri-tech company, but we are into core production and manufacturing industry. We've already, the ask for us is that we are constructing a state-of-art unit in Rajewadi. So Rajewadi is the land which a few directors from our company had bought almost 8 years back for this unit. So this is when I say state-of-art facility, this is one of the first facilities to be built for custard apple, figs, and handling of these small crops grown by smallholder farmers, wherein we have multiple lines. So we have a complete air handling unit for individual lines, wherein the beverages would be completely automated. The bread spreads, the paste, the frozen category, all these lines are already applied and planned in this unit. As I said, the layout is already finalized. We are also in talks with our partners. As I said, the ask what we have done is the 25 crores, including the working capital. We are looking for a partner who can collaborate with us for the go-to-market strategy or in the marketing sphere. Because as I said, 13 years, we have worked on back-end in the farms, in the product R&D and getting the products market validated. But now we are looking for partners who can build this on the marketing terms also, and also in this infrastructure. This is the proposed unit. This is the actual architectural plan of the unit, whose work has already started in Rajewadi. So Rajewadi is approximately like 2.5 kilometers from the upcoming international airport in Purandar. And also there is a railway connectivity there, and that's where our unit is now. The construction work has already started. As I said, these numbers that I have shown here are on a very merged side, wherein we have considered frozen as the prime segment wherein the revenue would be generated, and then it would be passed on in the coming years when the beverages spreads would certainly take up. As I said, it's not just about figs. If this much work, or if this is the scope for just anjeer or the figs, Similar work can be done in multiple pockets in multiple regions for the indigenous fruits taken up by the smallholder farmers. And it's not just can be done, we have already started doing it. So we have almost 8 beverages that we are doing. We have the first jackfruit juice that also was one of the top 50 products in CL Paris last year. And that's how we're building the entire chain wherein right from farming to up to the end processing, everything can be, and it's already market validated by us. As I said, from this soil we rise is something, a slogan that is very close to our heart, and it starts and ends there, and that's what we are Purandar Highlands today. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. So just help me understand currently what is your revenue, because you have been active since 2014.
Yes.
You have been working with farmers, you are doing exports, now ready to drink as well. So what are the numbers looking like?
Sure. So in 2021, we started as an FPC, as I said, as a cooperative. And last year, we started our commercialization of our processed products. So till now, the revenue is more than it's around 3.5 crores, but it is only on the fresh fruits that we do. And from the units, whatever units we have constructed right now are on the lease land. This is the first time now we are moving into a bigger unit. And the reason we are moving into, we are taking this big step is because we have a few multinational clients who wanted to work with us, but they wanted facilities that are BRC, FSSC, and other certifications done. And with that commitment, we are now getting into that. So yes, the turnover right now, what we have is close to 3.5 crores, and it's majorly into the fresh. Processed products, last 7-8 months is something we have started doing. And the production capacity would ramp up only once the new unit starts.
Okay, thank you. That was the only.
Are these products water-based or milk-based?
Sorry? Water-based, water-based.
All are water-based?
All water-based, yes.
Okay. Including the jackfruit and the strawberries?
Yes, so these are ready-to-drink juices, beverages, all water-based.
And what's the shelf life for these?
So at room temperature, it is 9 months. Also, recently as I said, we have currently the unit which we have is a practice of semi-automatic and manual machineries. So there we have a lab reports of committing a 9 months shelf life. In 100% automation or in cans that we do, in aluminum cans that we do for our client, the shelf life is 18 months there.
I'm not getting into the unit economics and all, but tell me, what if you don't get this 25 crores? How would you take the project forward?
So we've already started pulling in funds from our, as I said, we are in talks with certain multinationals who wanted to work with us, but we couldn't work with them because we didn't have the GMP practices, the global manufacturing practices. So we are in talks with them. So initially in the first phase, we would be constructing the infrastructure, because in the infrastructure, we have the current machineries which can be utilized in the first phase. Meanwhile, as I said, some companies are already in talks with us who want their own lines to be installed there, or the make of the machine. So some prefer machines imported from Europe, or some prefer from China. But we have our own lines which are made in India, all lines. So we have kept it as a point of discussion with our clients once we sit down with them. But the infrastructure work has already started. The plinth level would be up by next 20 days.
Hi, congratulations on the fantastic mission that you are running. The thing is that, see, you got the supply chain nailed, right? You have absolutely nailed the supply chain. You have the farmer network all in place. You're supporting local farmers. And probably the one good thing is that you are driving mostly a export-led company, right? See, because the Indian beverage market, it's brutal. We have ourselves invested as Progrowth Ventures in one of the clean label juice markets, juice companies. The thing is, at a boutique level, this works very well in terms of the back end, the supply from small farmers. But when the issue is when you blow it up to a scale, the supply doesn't stay that stable. Also in terms of getting the right kind of stable quantity, stable quality, which is consistent across seasons, consistent across regions and farmers, that becomes a issue. Specifically, sugarcane is a very unstable crop, you would know.
Yes,
if you don't squeeze it in probably 12 to 18 hours after harvesting, it by default starts destabilizing. So how are you managing the supply chain at a larger scale?
Certainly. Sir, as I said, we started with figs. Anjeer is our star product. But going into FMCG, we need to have a basket of our products which can align with what the customers also want. I mean, fig juice is something maybe a few people would give it a try and then it would get into their mainstream. But then we have juices like, as I said, the orange, the sweet lime, the mangoes, which will drive again and support our other juices. So as I said, we have a basket of juices. We do 8 beverages right now in our own brand. The most unique thing is that all these beverages are 50% of actual fruit, no added color, concentrate or no added flavor. So we are delivering in our own brand, Taroy, as a niche product, which would be catering to the wellness community. But as I said, we are open and we actually do that. We have cater-made or tailor-made recipes for our clients who wish that, okay, we don't need 50%, we want to work on 10% and then make other avenues. So Taroy is our flagship brand. That is one part, giving an identity to what Purandar Highlands ideology is. But then we have our lines open for a private label who want to get the processing or manufacturing done.
Okay. And as a company, it would largely be export focused, or you would get into local markets as well?
So we're focusing. Market for us is a global market, what we consider. I mean, any juice going out or any anjeer also packed going out from our unit. The main thing is that even if it comes to Pune or even it is going to UAE tomorrow, is the same quality that's been packed. So we are focusing as a global market, a global player in this. And as I said, I would like to also tell that we have been a bootstrapped FPC till date. No funds raised, only Bank of India support of a 25 lakh loan that we have taken as in the initial days. And very recently, we have got an international grant from IFAD that to support our frozen category out there. So no other funds we have raised till date. And also, considering that this is a cooperative, we understand investments in cooperative are a bit critical out there, considering the rules, regulations out there. So we have also floated Purandar Highlands Global Private Limited, which would be a private limited company. This private limited would be catering to the, would be doing the whole and soul marketing activities of our FPC.
No, that's a good move. Just one last thing in terms of, you said the shelf life is 18 months.
Yes, in the aluminum can, room temperature.
Okay, but then is there a specific patent or any specific sterilization process that you are doing to extend the shelf life, or is it just?
So it's a combination of retorts, pasteurizations, and hot fill that we follow. As I said, once you go into automation, especially in these highly perishable fruits, automation actually enhances the shelf life much better way. But PET bottles, we are certain that we would be going around 15 to 16 months of shelf life once the automation is in place.
Thanks and congratulations and all the best here.
Thank you, sir. We are also award winners of the BG Chitare Award last year at the Maratha Chamber of Commerce. Honorable Chitare sir is sitting here, so I thought of mentioning that also. Thank you.
Thank you. So can I quickly ask the investors to hand over a certificate? Sir, Chitare sir, तुम्हाला मी चान्स नाही दिला प्रश्न विचारायला, but I think you know him very well. Yeah, Brandon. Sarana there. Rohan. And Jasveer, if you are here. And we can move on to the next panel discussion.
Thank you, Nilesh. Thank you for this wonderful fun quest pitching session. Very new theme in this 16th conference. And immediately we are moving to our